I want to say thank you so much for pressing play on this podcast demo today. My name is Chris, and I've been a CDL truck driver for over 20 years. And in addition to that, I've also been a podcaster for the last 4. In fact, I have 2 different podcasts I have. So my experience in podcasting and my experience in trucking, I'm going to merge both worlds together and help you. So what I propose to you is creating a podcast for your own drivers of your fleet that they can get information instantaneously anywhere. Think of all the meetings that you won't have to pull their drivers off the road to sit in front of. Think of all the training seminars that you do not have to have a driver stop what they're doing, log in somewhere, or attend in person. All this information can be done via a podcast, and a driver can consume it while they're driving your vehicle. In fact, while you're driving a truck, you're listening to stuff anyways. They're going to be listening to the radio. They're going to be listening to podcasts or something. Why not have them listen to information that is curated specifically for your company? Imagine using a podcast to have a meeting with every driver in your fleet all at the same time. Imagine being able to give out information like updates about the company. Imagine using a podcast as a tool to recruit new drivers to your fleet. And it's really up to you what you want to use your podcast for, but I suggest focusing on a few key aspects here. I would say focus on training drivers on how to drive safely. Remind them while they're behind the wheel to make sure they look far enough ahead, that they're not speeding, that make sure they see all the appropriate road signs while they're driving. Make sure they know about winter driving if you're driving in the winter. Make sure they know where they're going before they start to drive to get there. And on that same note, I would put major emphasis on driver safety. Make sure they know exactly what they're doing. Constantly remind them of their surroundings. Make sure they leave a good space cushion. Don't tailgate the vehicle in front of you. Look far enough ahead to avoid hazards. Things like that. Constantly remind them of these things while they're driving in real time. Being that it is your own private, personal company podcast for your drivers, you can focus on company updates for your company. I'm talking like road closures, places that you deliver to that are going to be closed on certain days, operations, your office hours might be closed certain days, scheduling, all kinds of stuff. Maybe you would want to inform your drivers about maybe an HR enrollment for new healthcare. I mean, that could be it too. You can do that information all via a podcast. Tell them when, where, and how. Now, the final section I propose for your trucking podcast would be driver community. Have a section where each driver can get on and talk about their stories, share their experiences at different locations, talk to each other, kind of like shop talk on the podcast. Because if you are a trucker and you hear your voice and your story on the podcast, you're willing to listen to it and share with other drivers. During this time, you might have a manager come on and talk about upcoming events, hiring processes. Maybe there's a thing about the company that everybody has to know about, but how do you get it out? All through a podcast. It's all about building community for your drivers, for your company. Once again, my name is Chris, and I am here to help you create your amazing podcast for your trucking company. Get the word out to all of your drivers. And if you are willing to make the next step, if you want to create a podcast for your drivers, please reach out to me. My email is podtasticaudio@gmail.com, and we can schedule maybe a one-on-one phone conversation or Zoom or however you want to do it, and we can figure out this podcast for you. And until next time, you have yourself a wonderful day, and thank you once again for listening.